tension in this country. We should allow love to prevail in this nation. Presently, we are in a process of conducting an election. And so we don't need to create a crisis, and then with that crisis, because we are divided now. The legal community is not happy. If you go to the blog of all lawyers, virtually 90% of lawyers are not happy with what is happening today. So we don't want a situation where that sharp division will occur in the country. Reduce tension by doing the right thing. Let this matter go to NJC first and foremost. Right. Then after which you can now take him to CCT.
But Mr. Zuku, I mean, given the Code of Conduct Tribunal ruling, which involved the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Sylvester Nguta 2007, so where the tribunal, the CCT said that, well, they declared themselves incompetent to look at that case because it involved the CJN. And so why is it in order then for the CCT to have approved the charges?
CBB, the CCB?
Yeah.
I think so.
In context of the judgment, is still in order?
I think so.
But you had the SCN ask, look, how is he going to plead now? Is it going to be a somersault for him to approve the charges or go ahead and with the trial?
It gets to court. The court might this time hold a different opinion. You never can tell.
Even though the judgment subsists?
Which judgment? There was no judgment
in
Nguta's case. The matter was withdrawn.
This scenario here.
Sylvester Nguta's case was withdrawn. It was not treated on its own merit. It was withdrawn.
Why was it withdrawn? Because there was a subsisting judgment.
It was withdrawn.
It was withdrawn because there was a ruling that you cannot take a judge straight to court without complying with the condition precedent.
Case here.
That, as far as is the ratio descendant of the Court of Appeal. That remains the law of the land for now. It remains the law of the land as it relates to other judicial officers.
Your concern is about the CJN and other judicial officers.
The CJN is first and foremost also a judicial officer.
CJN,
it's first and foremost a judicial officer.
It would seem to suggest that you are painting a picture that the CJN is above the law. Why don't you allow the right process to come through?
The CJN, by virtue of Section 292, his matter cannot be taken before the NJC. I hold the view. That is what I say. I'm saying.
It's a wrong view.
Okay, Mr. Okoro.
Maybe hold that view that he cannot be taken before the NJC. His matter is clear. The Constitution is clear. You cannot import it to the Constitution.
Okay, Mr. Okoro, could you shed some light for us on this, particularly as it has to do with this, the case involving the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Sylvester Nguta? What should happen in this case, in context of this particular scenario?
Oh, the Code of Conduct Tribunal must be consistent. It's bound by its own decisions until they are set aside. The precedent that was established in Sylvester Nguta's case must apply to similar cases when they come up before that court. The law must be certain, and the tribunal would have really good reasons before it can depart from such a previous decision. But you see, this is the main reason, principal reason, why the Code of Conduct Tribunal declined jurisdiction in Nguta's case was the decision of the Court of Appeal, and that decision not having been set aside. It's as simple as ABC, that it remains binding. So the tribunal certainly cannot go ahead with these proceedings without scandalizing itself. And this is the danger. Obviously, from everything that happened, the petition was received, and on Friday, the CJN was approached for a statement. The same Friday, the charges were filed, served on him, and was required to be in court the very next working day. All this tells you that there's a powerful force that's driving the process. And this is what breeds a lack of confidence in our law enforcement processes, and gives the impression that
let me also ask you,
government is pushing this.
As this scenario is playing itself out now, is the CJN going to be affected, or will he still be in order to go ahead, stay in office, set up the panels or tribunals that will take a look at the election and carry on with the processes, this notwithstanding?
Certainly, he's the Chief Justice of Nigeria, yes, until he resigns or dies or is removed legally. He's the Chief Justice of Nigeria. And he must perform his duties. He took an oath to do that work, and he must continue to work. And there would be distractions from time to time, such as this. But I'm hoping that the Attorney General of the Federation will immediately retrace his steps and direct that these charges be withdrawn. We saw in the social media where the government, a government spokesperson, I do not know whether he was authorized to do so, said that the president was shocked at these proceedings, that he had no idea and didn't authorize it. And this is one of the worrisome things about this government. They don't seem to talk. They should talk to us. This is a grave issue. The president should address us on this. Why is the leader of one arm of government being tried? They should address the nation. This is a grave, grave, grave issue. With, it's a constitutional crisis on, and it has security implications. The Attorney General is quiet. This matter broke since Saturday, and today is Monday. We've not heard from him. He should talk. He should tell us what's actually happening. But I hope that the reason he's not talking is that he's embarrassed by these proceedings, and that he will immediately save us all the tension of proceedings where whichever decision the tribunal takes would appear bad. If the tribunal agrees that the CJN should walk away, there are some that would feel that justice has not been done, and vice versa. So the right thing, just as the Attorney General did in the case of the Senate President, when there was a court order from the Federal High Court saying that the presidency could not interfere in the internal workings of the National Assembly, and in spite of that, charges were filed against the Senate President and the leadership of the National Assembly. When the lawyers advised the Attorney General that that matter be discontinued, he agreed and discontinued the proceedings immediately. I am hoping that he will do so this morning in this case.
Gentlemen, as we're winding down now, so if we rely on the word out there that the government said they were not aware of this matter, shouldn't the AGF be speaking up about this? Should he actually speak up before the appearance or the scheduled appearance of the CJN at the tribunal?
There's a presumption of regularity in what the Attorney General has done. The matter is in court. The matter is already in court. That is what they want to do.
So they shouldn't speak up whatsoever. If they say they were not aware,
what's it going to say?
Embarrassed by this.
What's it going to say? The matter is already in the public view. It's in court already. What's it going to say?
I think it's a grave issue that will actually attract the attention of the #1 law officer of the country to speak on. The country, as I said earlier, is divided, sharply divided. You heard the South governors issue a statement yesterday. There is a raging war within the legal community of what wants to take place today. And so for this silence, to me is not golden. One would expect either the presidency to come out openly and tell us what is happening. It's the head of an arm of government that is going to be charged today to court. And there is a raging war in the country, and there is absolute silence. So to me, it is not the proper procedure. There is tension in the land. One would expect the first law officer to speak on this issue. Is there really a charge against the CJN? Are they intending to proceed with this particular matter? Is it true that the presidency is not aware? If the presidency is not aware, who instigated this particular trial process that wants to commence now? Or are they withdrawing it? No, we really need to reduce the tension. That is my advice.
But other than the president, perhaps the CJN himself speaking up, what must happen again to further this process? To further this process.
Today, they said they will arraign him. So for me, if I'm his lawyer, I will advise him to. But somebody has said, look, he will ask him not to go. I will advise him because it sets a good precedent that the head of the judiciary appears before, in humility. It shows, it goes a long way. But I tell you, this case will not go further than this, because the condition precedent, most of us have noted, have not been complied with. And as long as that condition precedent is not complied with, there is no way you can proceed with this matter. Based upon even decided cases, we believe in precedent, in law. He knows. There is no way this matter can proceed beyond this level as it is presently.
Do you feel that this case can proceed beyond what it is now, as he says that it cannot proceed?
I mean, we're just getting unnecessarily warped up. The CJN is being taken before the court of conduct. People go to that are being taken to court every day.
Yeah, but procedure and process.
The basic principle guiding the rule of law is everybody is equal before the law. Everybody is equal before the law.
No, but that's not the issue here, is it? Because the issue now is about procedure.
Process.
Is this the proper procedure? Because you heard everyone, the SAN, this is an abuse of process.
They're entitled to their view, but I share the view and I hold the view by virtue of Section 292. What the Attorney General is doing is irregular and it's proper. That is my view.
What do you think about the word information out there concerning the petitioner? How they say he was a former aide of the president while in CPC, how his antecedents, National Assembly.
In Abia State, the person that did their petition was the Commissioner for Information to the Governor. Why are we looking at the person? In Abia State, the person that authored the petition was the Commissioner of Information to the Governor that removed the CJ in Abia State.
But we just heard how he was eventually.
I understand, but you're talking about the person, this one, and the claim out there is that he's an aide to the president. Fine, but in Abia State, the Commissioner for Information.
So that doesn't suggest that there's a desperate move to get the CJN out.
There's nothing to show that that is the position. I mean, we're not even looking at what is. I with respect to the senior advocate that said the charges are frivolous. It's for the court to judge that, not for him to say.
Let me ask you a question. In a regular court case, how long does it take for you to get a date for a trial?
We should commend people that took the case before the court in 4 days.
Is it illegal? 4 days?
Yes.
How long does it take for you?
No, I am saying, has anything been wrong when someone is
I just asked you a question. How long?
But there is nothing in law. It's not illegal.
No, tell us, in your own case, you're a practitioner.
Yes.
What's the fastest time that you had your case listed?
No, but I'm saying that in this particular case.
No. You are a practitioner. What is the fastest time that
I'm not the subject for discussion.
We're not saying your subject.
Okay,
we're looking at
maybe Mr. Bani can help us. Mr. Bani, what's the fastest you've had your case assigned or date for hearing?
I have this matter for application, summons for bail. I applied for it since October. Up to now, I have not gotten a date for that particular summons. In Lagos here. I have not gotten a date. So if we want to now begin our judicial process,
I just want to get something here. The fastest you've had any case assigned a date, what's on the average?
2-3 months. 2-3 months.
2 or 3 months.
Even to get a judge, for the matter to be assigned to a judge, you file. It's a process. But this one is the quickest. And I'm saying that if they want to continue with this method of doing these things in a quicker manner, we all advocate for it. Quicker dispensation of justice is what some of us are doing.
So is this actually good?
It's something good.
Okay.
But let it be applicable all around.
He's about to tell us you're about to tell us when?
Yes, it's good. It's a good
in
thing.
Lagos State here.
Yes.
In court in Lagos State here. If you file a matter, you can get it.
No. Tell us your own case. Don't give us.
I'm being a general.
No general. Specific.
We practice in Lagos here,
okay,
and I know.
Let's find out from the SAN. Okay, well, unfortunately, I'm told we don't have time. I wanted to find out if silks get easier in the court.
Being silks anyway.
All right, Mr. Okoro, we appreciate your talking to us this morning. Gentlemen, Mr. Onyeka Chiobani, former second vice president of the NBA. We also have had Mr. Patrick Uzuku, a legal practitioner, and then we also have Mr. Paul Erokoro, who is a senior advocate of Nigeria. Gentlemen, thank you all for coming this morning.
Thank you very much.
All right, so we'll be back in a moment. Join us again.